Hello there. This is Minecraft and today I'm playing Uncle Troy. The plan today is we need to mine some obsidian. Dig up some obsidian. And the reason for that is we're going to need some portals later. Once the 1.8 update comes out, the plan, as you know, is to ride the Nether rail to an area where when we re-enter the overworld, as it's called, we will end up in new chunks generated by the 1.8 update. Oh good, I have more iron than I thought I did. But to do that we need obsidian. Now my preferred way of making a portal is to use lava buckets and just make a form out of, say, dirt, pour lava, then pour water over it to make obsidian in place. But hello, why do we have slimes in our base again? Okay, I guess I can collect some more slime balls. And the slimes are glitching out again, aren't they? Get off me, get off me. Ow, ow. Shoot in the air, shoot in the air. Take them out. Yes, okay. And the mushrooms are still spreading out of control, aren't they? Mushroom caverns are still the mushroom caverns. Anyway, the point being is that my preferred method of making portals is to make a mold or form out of dirt or gravel or something else that's easily you can easily break down, and pour lava buckets into the form, and like I would just scoop up this lava here, pour it into the shape of a portal, pour water on it to make it obsidian, and be done with it. And that saves the time of having to dig up obsidian with a diamond pick. But when you're in the nether, water just disappears without actually getting anything. Why am I putting down gravel? Water just disappears. So you actually need to mine obsidian. And that obsidian isn't very safe to mine because it is right over active lava. But I'm certain, uh-oh, magic block elves again. Like I was saying, I was certain I had some obsidian around here somewhere, which was only 1 deep, which makes it fairly safe to mine once we get rid of all these stupid mushrooms that keep growing everywhere. In fact, I have a plan. What does water do to mushrooms? Yes, hee. So, oops, a little lag there. So the plan is today that we're... Ow. How did I just take... Ow. And we have another... Yes, okay, another slime. Let's take them out here. I do hope these slimes are fixed in the 1.8 update, because that is getting very, very annoying. Okay, my figures are that we'll need at least 20 pieces of obsidian. You can make a portal with only 10 pieces of obsidian, but I like to have a little on to spare. I figure we'll go into the nether, take the nether rail to the new location, build a portal, which will open up a new portal in the overworld. But if the portal is in a bad place, we might want to build another portal right away at a better place and disable the automatically generated overworld portal. And to do that we need extra extra obsidian. When we came into the 1.7 base here, the automatically generated portal was in a bad location. So we immediately had to build a new portal, but we didn't have enough obsidian on hand to build it, so we had to chop up part of the portal we had to get enough obsidian, and that was boring and tedious, and much like this right here is boring and tedious. But hey, it gives me a chance to talk about a few things. First of all, we need to welcome subscriber number 8 to the Uncle Troy Presents channel. Subscriber number 8 is My Name is Hosea, I think is how you pronounce that username. Welcome. You don't specify an age, so I'm going to assume you're young, and that, you know, my average viewer is now still too young to vote. So if you have gray hair or something, be sure to, you know, drop me a line and say, hey, I'm old. I wish I'd quit dropping gravel when I mean to put down cobble. The second thing I wanted to talk about was, I was asked the other day about whether I'd become a YouTube partner or not, or if I'd become a YouTube partner yet. The answer is no, and probably never will. Since I've been a YouTube user for 5 years now, and I'm up to my 8th subscriber. I did get over, hold on a minute, let me check something. I did finally get over 1,000 channel views. In fact, I'm up over 1,100 right now, which, if I understand correctly, means over 1,000 people have gone to the channel itself, not just any individual videos. I actually have a couple of videos that had over 1,000 views, which he referenced, because he was under the impression that having a video with over 1,000 views means you can become a YouTube partner. Unfortunately, my research indicates that you need to regularly upload videos that regularly get over 1,000 views, and then they might consider you for a partner. So I am nowhere near that popular. I'm lucky. Actually, I'm just tickled pink that I upload a video and then, you know, the next day 5 or 6 people have viewed it. That's great for me. Having that many people that, you know, tune in regularly, that's excellent. As far as I'm concerned, that's the bee's knees. You know, I get a few more dedicated fans like that, and that's all I really need. Now, I admit it'd be great to have 1,000 subscribers, you know, and they got people with, you know, millions of views on their videos, and I would love that. Yes, I would, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I'm just not that good. But if it does happen, I will certainly remember you people that were with me from the start. Okay, that brings to another subject. You may have noticed that the theme music for Uncle Troy Presents has changed. I really like the old one, but it was Creative Commons Share Alike, non-commercial only, or something like that. And while that did keep me from being, well, explain how that works. If you want to monetize your videos, which I just said is never going to happen, but on the odd chance that it does, you have to have permission to use your everything in there. It either has to be something you've created from scratch on your own, or you have to have permission to use it for a commercial work. And for example, Minecraft here, Notch has pretty much stated he's quite happy to have people make videos, and if the U.S. government passes a law that says you can't, you know, create videos out of video games, then he'll just put a little thing in his user agreement that says, you know, by buying this video game, you have permission to make videos with it. But the theme music I was using was specifically, let's say I'm up to 15 Obsidian, specifically disallowed, did not allow, however you want to say it, commercial usage. So in theory, if, you know, I earn 1 penny on a video that's got that theme music in it, then, you know, I broke the law. So I went around looking for royalty-free music and came across several places that had music that was free to use for commercial purposes. And I picked a little sample I liked, and that's what I'm using now. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. If anybody has any suggestions for some music they think would fit my style. I'm kind of a country boy at heart, so I kind of like the country music, so that's what I'm using. Alright, what else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, the 1.8 update. I'm still not sure when it's coming out. I'm told it's soon. I've been reading a little bit about it. Jeb, one of the developers over at Mojang, had an interview recently where he talked about it, and as I understand it, once the 1.8 update comes out, uh, survival mode, the game we play now, is pretty much going to be gone. It's going to be really changed, and it's not going to be called survival mode anymore, probably. And what I do not like about the 1.8, the only thing I've heard about that I don't like, is something called a hunger bar or hunger gauge or something like that, to where if you don't eat regularly, you'll get hungry. And apparently, if your hunger bar is like over 90% full, then you'll slowly regain health. I don't know if that means you won't be able to eat a pork chop in an emergency and gain health, but if your hunger bar gets low, then you'll start taking damage. I guess to indicate starving to death. And while I admit that's neat and cool and everything, it will affect my style of play. I go adventuring sometimes with very little food on me because if I'm good, if I'm careful, and most importantly, if I'm just lucky, I can survive a long time without damage. Okay, no lava over there. And so, food is useful, it's fun to have, it comes in handy, but it's not a necessity. And if the hunger bar goes into place, and depending on how fast it goes down, you may have to eat every day. You may have to eat 2 or 3 times a day. And that will really slow things down, especially since Jeb, in an earlier interview, said something about how the passive mobs, the cows, pigs, sheep, chickens, etc., the places you get meat from, he's going to change it to where they spawn with the chunks. When a new area is created, the animals are created with it. The animals are saved with it. And after you kill off all the animals in an area, well, they're gone. And they might, new animals might spawn, but it'll be very rarely, very slowly. So in order to keep healthy, to keep your hunger bar from bottoming out, you would have to keep going to new areas to kill new animals. And that pretty much precludes my favorite way of playing, which was to make a nice base and camp out. And in multiplayer, that's going to be tough because I don't know how big of a population that a given area can support. You might have to, instead of interacting with each other, you might have to, like, 4 of you pick a direction and go in 4 different directions and never come back and meet each other again, because otherwise you'll run out of food if you try to stick around. So I don't know if that's the case or not. I'm hoping the hunger bar is more of an option, or something that will go down slow enough that it's, you'd be eating that often to, heal yourself after a rogue slime attack, for example. So I don't know that I am, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if I'm looking forward to 1.8 as much as I was before. Okay, well, that's got us 30 obsidian, which should be plenty. So thanks for listening to me ramble, and I'll see y'all next time. This is Uncle Troy, signing off.